Wait, did you guys buy was that yesterday to buy the Powerball ticket?
No.
It went up to like 1.4 billion and it was like the third highest it's ever been.
Nobody won the first round.
Right.
So then
but I think it was yesterday you had to buy the ticket.
I hate lottery conversations, and I know I was a part of it one time. Heath, remember when I thought anyways. I just think it's too much money
to win.
Yeah.
But you can also
it's too much money for one person just to win that like doesn't know what to do with that money.
Like, why do I feel like 50 grand is still exciting?
It's
like,
almost,
make it 50 grand.
It's just like, I feel like it's just unfair.
But that's the beauty of it.
No, it's not unfair to everybody else. It's unfair to that person to throw $1 billion on them and then they don't know what to do with the money.
Did you hear that kid just bought another property?
Dude, he's bought like 4 now or 3 LA mansions. This one was like 27 million.
He's gonna be
the kid that won it last time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The mansions look hideous, by the way.
Yeah, I just think it's way too much. Like a 50 to 100 grand is anybody can use that money.
Do you get it all at once, or do you get
he took the lump sum? The kid who
you can take the lump sum.
Yeah, but it's like 600. It's 600 million. Like
you have to pay the taxes.
Still, nobody gets that much at once like that, right? Like. What do you think of the biggest? Like, what are the biggest deals in the world that like one person?
If you
got
sold
that
a company,
much?
if you sold like your equity in a massive company that you build, that's when like you earn all your money.
Like that's like that much, 600 million at once, like that.
Yeah, when people sell something.
But if they're able to give that much money away, why aren't they just putting it somewhere else where it's like needed?
What do you mean?
$1 billion, like that could go and help a lot of people.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lottery though. You know what I mean? Like that's not a lottery anymore. That's a.
Yes, people are trying to like win the big one, but I feel like they should switch it up and just be like, all right, guys, nobody's hit this. We're gonna now have 10,000 winners that get $50,000, whatever the math would be.
That's
and
cool.
then you can still win. It's just gonna be less, and you would have more winners.
Yeah, but I think that's what
fun.
increases the hype is that it's going to be that much money, and that's what gets people buying more. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. I just think it's so unnecessary.
That's what made me buy a lot. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
I bought a lot.
How much did you buy? $1,000 worth?
No, it was like $750 worth. But I was like, I was feeling really lucky. Were you with me? No, that was Danielle. There was just something came to us where we should get it. I never get
every single person.
You should have done it this time because maybe your instincts were spot on, but for the wrong time. What if it was going to happen this time?
I just don't feel like because the last time it was drawn in the state of California or in like the LA area, do you think it would happen again?
It could.
You never know.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie.
I just
this sounds so stupid, and people are gonna be like, "Oh my!" I would get like the amount of like anxiety I would get if like that money. I'd be hyperventilating every day, and I don't think there would be any happiness anymore because it's just
you have all the money in the world, but now you have this weight on your shoulder, the secret that
and just afraid that someone's just gonna like murder me every day. I just don't even think that's like worth it.
Okay, let's run the intro.
Let's run the intro. Oh, and it's our last intro in this room.
Oh,
it really is.
The next episode's gonna be in here.
The set's not gonna be ready.
Like saying things.
You'll have to just find out.
You
Next
have
week.
to watch. You have to watch the next episode.
Wait and see. Make sure to subscribe.
If we're still in this room, we will give each and every one of you $10,000.
All right,
ready, baby?
Let's go. Or maybe last one.
It's Capital, baby.
Ow!
The emotion. Oh, the rush. The teak.
The vibration.
The vibration of the teak.
Of the car.
Tikka masala. All right, well, welcome back to Zane Heath Unfiltered. I'm Zane.
I'm Heath.
I'm Matt.
I'm Mariah.
And we are
Moving out.
Yeah.
And we are
not hitting the Powerball.
Thank you for tuning into another episode of Unfiltered, and thank you for sticking with us. If you were here on the first episode in this room, that's so sick. This might not be the last, but we'll see. How's everybody doing today?
Pretty good. We're recording this in advance, but my wedding is like this weekend, and I'm just it's all been like kind of accelerating today.
Yeah,
a lot of calls, a lot of spreadsheets, a lot of moving around. I'm good. I'm stoked, but it's like getting more and more real.
Yeah, but you just remember just to breathe.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be fun.
Bend your knees.
Everyone's gonna have fun. Especially, I feel like everybody here, no one's gonna be there to judge. I think everyone's there for you. Everyone's gonna have a good time, and
Good.
And yeah, just enjoy it.
Good.
You know?
Yeah, I'm stoked. We got these slips of paper that you handed out to us
Yes,
before.
this is our.
I fucking hate this.
It's everybody's favorite game. Watching.
No, it's not.
People love it.
No, think about the people in this room.
I don't feel like we do, our best. Or I don't know. The way I describe it always feels like there's a gun under the table.
Yeah.
Every time we play this game. And for the people who don't know, it's our secret word game. Each one of us have been given a word. None of us know what our words are, but we know our own. And the goal is to sneak that word at some point into this conversation.
Okay.
Did you see it already?
I read mine.
I'm just gonna guess everybody's word at the end.
Okay.
Oh, fuck you, Jordan.
I don't even want to say anything about my word because
Yeah.
I need to still keep it on me because I don't want to forget.
Yeah.
But let's let the conversation roll.
You know what? I'm just gonna pretend I didn't read that. You know what? I'm not gonna play this game.
Zane's just gonna be like,
I'm not playing
Zane's
this
gonna be
game.
like, couldn't squeeze it in. Sorry.
Yeah, you know what? I don't have time for games. This. I'm trying to take this all in.
Right.
You know, and this is a big deal for me. So fuck that platypus. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that platypus.
I can't.
Let's just have any of you guys ever
Out the gate, he just threw one out.
Is that it? Did you fucking do it?
I don't know. Do we have two lives?
That was way too obvious if it was.
Do we have 2 lives?
I think he's trying to throw us off.
Yeah, he's trying to throw us off.
Oh.
No throwing off stuff. Just keep it natural.
Why not?
Because then I don't feel like we get focused on the conversation because we're like,
Well, I'm not the one that wanted to play this game, so I'm gonna. You know what? That's my rule.
I don't know. It seems hereditary to me.
Hereditary. That is a very specific word, and I feel like you didn't just come up with that on the top of your head. You would have came up with an animal name or something, or an aura.
did you guys?
That was it. My man just threw out both of them. He's cheating. He's cheating. But yeah, today's been going really well. I woke up a little bit over an hour ago. It was nice.
Oh,
Slept
nice.
in.
Slept in. How late were you staying up?
I was up till 3.
Yeah, one of those nights.
Yeah.
Do you ever get so tired? Are you ever sometimes so tired, but you want to stay up just because you're like, it's just my own time to stay up?
Like, I'm an adult. I could stay up if I want to.
I should be going to bed, but I just force myself to stay up
I
because
love staying up. Staying up is so fun to me. I'm a night owl. I hate waking up too early. So at night, I like to just even sit there at night just because I know everyone's sleeping and I'm just
it's your own time.
it's my own time. And nobody can bother me either. That's what I love about it. I can watch my TV, drink my Diet Coke.
yeah, people aren't
it's
blowing your phone up at 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
You're kind of just
not in the past 3 years, not one person during a weekday, if we weren't going out, has called me past 11:30, 12. It's me time. You know,
It
it's
is kind of
really
the
nice.
worst though when you're so awake, but you want to talk to somebody, but then you can't talk to anybody.
Yeah.
I kind of run into that sometimes. Where
But I've been getting old quick though. You know how my grandparents love to just sit silent. They'll sit in the back patio for hours and just sit there in silence. I've been loving that lately. I just love silence. Just not
good.
watching anything or listening to anything. Just brain dead. It doesn't take much. Not much strength. There's no work involved.
You know, it was weird. Yesterday, I went out to dinner with Zach, and he went up to go to the bathroom, and our food wasn't out yet, and my phone was sitting there on the table, and I was like, "Don't look at it." So I sat there the entire time he was in the
What'd
bathroom.
you look at?
I just around the table, outside. I was just like,
Don't look at your phone.
yeah, force myself to not just because a moment where I could, if somebody wasn't immediately, normally I'd go and grab my phone and just, I guess I'll kill time until you get back or do something. But I was like, all right, don't look at it. Because what would I do if I didn't have a cell phone?
Oh god, you're probably
back-
going crazy. Did you want to off yourself?
No, it was kind of nice. I just kind of looked around. There wasn't much to
How
it.
boring, huh? It's just
Yeah, I could have at least seen 15 things on Instagram.
these things have taken over our brains and lives.
Yeah.
So sad.
First thing you go for.
Oh, speaking of phone, the alert system that we all got, totally anticlimactic.
An Amber Alert was bigger than that.
It's crazy. I rushed to Air One, just to see if I thought it was gonna blow up this building. I thought everyone's gonna be ah! Everyone's phones are gonna be just screeching. I heard 3. There was maybe 100 people at Air One. I heard 3 phones.
Yeah, I feel like it came in waves though. Some
Yeah.
people got a
Yeah.
first batch and there were other ones.
And then the girl next to me, she's like, it's happening. I'm like, I know. And then it happened. And she's like, that sucked. I was like, that was really anticlimactic.
Yeah, it was like 2 seconds.
And she was like, I came here for this. I was like, I did too.
Was that your wife?
No.
Did TVs go off if it was like on?
My TV didn't.
Oh, wait, it was all electronics.
Or anything connected to like Wi-Fi or like a signal, basically.
Yeah, my TV.
My brother said their office building was really loud. It sounded like an explosion. Like he's in an office with like computers and stuff. Everything went off.
I guess office makes sense because everybody needs to be like, yeah, that makes sense.
I wrapped mine in aluminum foil.
No, you did not.
And it worked. Well,
Wait, did you turn it off and then wrap
he
it?
did 3 phones.
We
I did an
experimented
experiment.
with everybody's phones. So we did one in tinfoil. We kept one on. We powered one off. And then we turned the TV on.
Yeah.
Just as a
So
test.
we just wanted to see what they all did.
Yeah. Did you
And
wear an
his didn't-
aluminum foil hat too on top of it?
Yes.
Did you really?
Why?
Did you really?
Why are you looking at me like that?
I
I didn't
adorable.
wear the hat.
Okay.
But I wanted to wrap it in aluminum foil because it blocks out all signals.
Wow.
And it kept it from going off.
It worked.
That's great. Did you put it in a microwave?
So I tried the microwave before the alert system. I could still get phone calls in the microwave, which was very surprising.
Did the movie Signs, okay, you know in the movie Signs where they put the aluminum hats on, was the aluminum hats like a thing way before? Or like did the movie Signs start the aluminum hat
Why did I
thing?
feel like Signs started it?
I think it was like
That was the first time I ever saw it, but then again, I was a kid. So,
Maybe it was a thing back then. Like,
it can be traced. So Vice magazine wrote that the tinfoil hat in popular culture can be traced back in a very weird and short story written by 1927 Julian Huxley called The Tissue Culture King, where the main character uses a metal hat to prevent being mind controlled by the villain scientist. Okay, so it's been around.
Aluminum foil
So
is such a
amazing.
versatile product.
yeah. Works with so many. I mean, I can tell you
It's
one
like
thing that works
baking
really well
soda.
before.
Like you can just use it for so many things.
Do you remember that Disney movie Up and Away with the family's weakness? Like they were all superheroes, but the kid doesn't have his superpower.
Up and away.
Yeah, and then
wow.
but the kid, their weakness is like aluminum foil, which is like this silly. That was like their kryptonite. And
Who's
like,
in that movie? I know I've seen that movie many times. I just couldn't even tell you what it like looks like or who's.
I don't feel like any of the
Yeah.
actors.
Yes.
Was that Janet Jackson? No. Wait, looks
Wow.
just like
no,
her.
that was a good movie. That was a really good movie.
Up and Away. Yeah, that was a good Disney Channel movie. Bring it back.
They were hot back then.
Yeah, I don't even recognize any of those names, but Kevin Connolly is in it. The kid from Entourage, or the guy from Entourage is in it.
Oh yeah, look.
But yeah, their weakness was foil.
it's amazing that you can pull it out of the oven at like 400 something degrees and touch aluminum foil.
Oh yeah, you're right. But it is.
It doesn't like
Get hot.
retain the heat.
But it
Like,
conducts
doesn't-
electricity.
Right.
That's I never realized
Isn't
that.
it incredible?
How did they figure that out?
That's why people like when the foil goes over the pot, or they just
You can just grab that.
You can pull it off and
They
it's
should
not
make an
hot.
aluminum foil documentary.
Yes.
There's a lot of
I
things
would
that go
watch
into
it.
aluminum
I bet you can
foil.
find it easy on YouTube. I bet you there's a whole documentary on YouTube about aluminum foil.
Does the Reynolds family just have the monopoly on aluminum foil? I don't feel like I've ever seen.
Oh,
any
they
other.
have to, yeah. Like even you saying that, it's like it's
Yeah,
Like, that's the
did you
only
did you
brand.
know that the sides though that you can like
Push
you're
them
supposed
in to keep the roll?
to
Yeah.
keep the roll in?
Yeah.
Never knew that until TikTok life hacks.
I'm surprised they haven't made it like a better way for that. Like
It's just cheap. It's easy.
yeah.
It works.
I fucking love saran wrap too, even though I'm
I-
never playing
Wait,
with
wait,
saran
saran-
wrap.
is
That's
saran-
just the thin plastic.
No, I can't
No,
stand saran wrap.
Oh wait, that's what you put over like the thin one, not the.
The clear one. Yeah.
Oh wow, I haven't.
No,
used one
because
in a
like
long
every time I go to use it, I'll go to pick it up and it'll cling onto itself, and then you're like
Yeah.
trying to like
It's shy.
shy. But we do have the saran wrap slider. You take it out and you put it in there, and then it's got the cutter, so you can like roll it out.
That's nice.
I like that paper you put the cookies on when it's done baking. What's that one?
A little
called?
baking.
Parchment
I
paper.
love
parchment.
parchment paper. That makes me feel
Oh,
good.
the texture of parchment paper.
Yeah, put
Make
that on
underwear.
a shirt.
Make underwear made out of that.
Oh, wow.
I'm
It
telling
does
you.
feel really nice. Is parchment the same as waxed paper?
Yes, I'm pretty
Oh, I
sure
thought it was
it's like
different.
a thin layer of wax that's on
Now
it.
is saran the same as cling wrap?
Saran is a
Saran is a
brand.
brand.
Yeah,
And
Wait,
they
saran?
own it.
the Saran
Wow.
family.
So cool. That's so cool. What other brands own
Band-Aid. Well, like Band-Aid is a brand.
Yeah.
Kleenex is a tissue.
petroleum jelly or not petroleum jelly?
Vaseline.
Vaseline.
Jello.
Jello.
I can't believe that. That's probably got to be the craziest one. Jello.
Yeah, it's like
Because
Jello.
it should be gelatin, right? It's crazy in the 50s. Like, people were making the most, like, gross fucking desserts. Remember, like, just, like, in the 50s,
fruit,
movies in the 50s, like, housewives make just this gelatin with just shit in it and just, like...
I think they were just like, they had a lot of time. They were bored at home and they were like,
Let me make something
try to
else.
make something new.
Jello was like 10 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't have chocolate Jello. They only had like the fruit Jello, right?
Yeah. I don't.
It's interesting how in the 50s, like a lot of like, you know, the stereotypical 50s housewives, it was a lot of just like dump and bake kind of products. Like the art of cooking was a very lost culture for a while in like middle America. We didn't have like an identity of like really having a pride of cooking in your kitchen. And it wasn't until Julia Child, who was the first like big TV food star, where she made that cookbook, and she showed people how to really cook in your own home visually, so people could watch a show and cook with her.
Is that the movie Meryl Streep's in?
Yes.
Is that based on that?
Julie and Julia. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. I always see that movie, and I didn't know what it was about.
Yeah, Julia Child was just the first food star. She paved the way for people like Gordon Ramsay, Rachel Ray. I mean, every
Icon.
Guy Fieri. Want to know what's really interesting is those I think it's the Betty Crocker like easy bake kind of like mixes.
Yeah.
It originally started out where you just add water and that's all you had to do, and it didn't sell at all because housewives thought it was too easy and that it wasn't like they were just like they didn't want to touch it.
So
they dialed it back and was like add egg.
Just to make it seem like they were doing something.
Just to make it seem like you were doing a little bit more work and that it felt more homemade, and it ended up like popping off and being the biggest thing.
But why do I feel like it does taste better though? When
in a way,
the ones where you just add water, it doesn't taste as good as if you put the eggs in. And
but the recipe was already like different though, so they removed like the egg from the premix.
Yeah,
and then just added in the egg to make you feel like you're doing something.
Yeah, and it ended up being
I guess it makes me feel like I'm doing something.
What does Betty Crocker look like? I feel like I've never really given a good look at that.
Oh, you know what Joe got me? Joe got us yesterday. He got us the whole Gordon Ramsay cook set. The
Hex Clad. He got one for me too.
So
he got
cool.
one for me too.
It's so nice.
It's
so
the
nice.
best.
It like makes you don't want to use
I
it
know.
because it like you don't want to ruin the pattern on the.
It's super nice.
And the
my
knives
God.
are phenomenal too.
Yeah.
That makes you want to cook for sure.
Do you see Stanley Tucci is now putting out his own like cookware brand? You know Stanley
really?
Tucci? Yeah.
Is he Tucci?
He's the one in
Lil Wayne.
Devil Wears Prada and
He's in a ton of movies.
movies.
Stanley Tucci. You know Stanley Tucci.
Burlesque.
Mariah, you would
Yes, I love him in Burlesque.
Yeah, he has like
He's great.
Tucci.
But I just love videos of Stanley Tucci just right there in his like kitchen, and he's like, we're cooking some zucchini. And he's such a stud.
Him making a Negroni.
Yes, his kitchen looks just awesome, and he's so calm. He's never in a hurry. Oh man, what a guy! What a guy!
Cool dude.
A lot of big actors, celebrities, they turn into just people that just cook at home a lot. It's funny.
He's in such good shape, man. Look at those biceps. I want some Tucci biceps, man.
Yeah, that's nice.
You know, he's
oven?
married to Emily Blunt's sister.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Emily Blunt, John Krasinski's wife. You know, like in The Quiet Place and stuff. Devil Wears Prada as well. Emily Blunt, red-haired
He's married
girl.
to her sister?
Yeah, because Stanley Tucci had a wife who he loved for years, and then she passed away, I believe, from cancer. So he was kind of like newly single, and then met Emily Blunt's sister through her, and now they're all. Hey, can you? That's got to be awesome. Stanley Tucci, John Krasinski, Emily Blunt's sister, all get
at a
around.
All getting around. That's a good crew.
Yeah, I
good
get
squad.
excited when I think about like certain celebrities, like those weird things.
Yeah.
Like you don't see them all out and about, but privately.
But
But like they're together at like
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
vacations. Yeah. Oh,
But it's
love
crazy
that.
you don't like because you don't see it, you don't think about it. Like I had no idea that they were all like linked together like that.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our sponsor of this podcast, HelloFresh.
And if you don't know what HelloFresh is a food delivery service where you get farm fresh pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit.
And a crazy schedule can make it easy to fall back into your dinner time recipe rut. Keep mealtime exciting with over 40 seasonal recipes to choose from every week, and there's always something delicious to discover with HelloFresh.
And even though the fall can feel jam-packed, HelloFresh makes whipping up a home-cooked dinner actually doable with the quick and easy options, including their 15-minute meals. That's less time than it takes to get delivery. And with every pre-portion and delivery right to your door every week, it really is a no-brainer.
And my favorite part about HelloFresh is the fact that you're going to try something new that you've never made before, and it really does look exactly like the picture they give you.
And not only that, you are saving money. HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery shopping and 25% less expensive than takeout. That means less stress in your day and more money back in your pocket.
So if you're ready to give HelloFresh a try, all you got to do is go to HelloFresh.com/50unfiltered and use code 50unfiltered for 50% off plus free shipping.
One more time so you don't forget, you go to HelloFresh.com/50unfiltered and use code 50unfiltered for 50% off plus free shipping.
Thank you so much, HelloFresh, for sponsoring this podcast. We love you.
How are you guys feeling about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift?
They're together?
You didn't know that? Buddy, this has been...
Heath.
You were in the mountains, I guess.
was gone.
Oh yeah. Bro, this has been like the hottest like story. I'm
Really?
surprised we didn't talk about this last episode. They are, I mean, nobody
NF
really knew about it until she came to the game, right? Then everyone's like, oh
Yes.
shit, this is a thing. Yeah, she like came to one of his games and like you could see them both looking at each other back and forth.
Interesting.
And there's a whole thing. There's girls are fighting against guys right now because all the Swiftie fans are saying that he was a nobody until Taylor Swift came to the game.
Oh, that's
and all
so
the guys,
funny.
all the guys are pissed off.
Yeah.
because they love him, and it's really funny seeing people fight. Like people make on TikTok, they'll make videos
That's
where
really
the guys
funny.
and girls will be fighting about it. It's really funny.
Do you think that this is going to be the one for her?
I don't know her. I couldn't.
I think this is a fun chapter. I'm
I
not
can't
a
wait
big,
till the song. It's gonna be a good hit. It's gonna be a good album next time. So
I'm always skeptical about like big pro sports players, like when their significant other is like a bigger star than them in a way.
Yeah.
I feel like there's like always like a superiority complex kind of with athletes and like their wives.
I think
like
why do I feel like this is different? Because they're in completely different fields of work.
I guess.
And if she was like a huge athlete, I feel like that could be like a little competitive, but like there's no competitiveness in this. So like I feel like there's no like sense of jealousy.
It's the ego. It's the ego.
But like a lot of people like don't have a lot of you have to think about a lot of these people, the celebrities don't have egos though.
I guess. I'm curious to see how it works out. They do look pretty cute together,
They
though.
do. They look great together.
People think the NFL though is like rigged that last game with the Chiefs versus the Jets just because they wanted,
really?
because they knew that their viewership has been so high and that like social media wise they're getting all this attention because of Taylor Swift fans and stuff who
So
are
they think
watching
that
it to
they're,
see
like,
her. The NFL
paying-
even updated like their bio on Instagram and made it like a Swiftie like joke or something. And it's like, hold on a second, NFL.
They shouldn't
you
have
guys
done-
need to be just like totally.
I'm on board with the NFL's rigged.
You think so?
Yeah.
Some calls are just being made to Vegas.
I think it's all like planned.
I think it's all situational. Who has the most money? Can they afford to pay to get that winning spot? I mean, why not though? Like it's not surprising.
I guess so. Do you bet on sports games? I mean, we can't, I guess, in the state of California.
I have in the past, usually like fights I'll bet on.
Yeah.
But football, I just don't know enough about teams, players, anything like that.
Right. Parlays, like, well, if this team wins,
Yeah,
this other team has to win too.
And you know, you're saying that like a lot of this is rigged, right? But like if you're betting on a team to win, isn't there like a lot where it cannot be rigged? Like how do you get like past that? If people are betting on a certain player and then, I mean, I guess that's just like any other game though, right? It's like you still have a 50-50 like, or you still have odds of winning.
Yeah.
I like betting on how long is the national anthem going to be? Like
Oh,
those types of like those weird ones where it's like, well, what is the final number in the score going to be? Not what the score is, but is the last digit going to be like a 9 or a 7?
If people were betting on that and I was singing the national anthem, I'd be messing with people.
Yeah.
I'd be roller coaster. I'd be, oh, say, can you sing? People are like,
Y'all should place a bet during our wedding to see how long this ceremony will be. Or like
that could be fun.
Yeah.
32
Like, you
minutes.
can't be up there doing it though. You're gonna be like,
What's like an average ceremony time?
20, 30 minutes?
yeah, I think so. I think the more if it's in a church, usually you're like on the 30-minute mark. But if you're doing it like casually by the beach or like, outdoors. Sometimes it's like
And are you
15.
betting to like the minute and the second?
I don't know. I think it's from the moment the bride walks down the aisle. Maybe that's when you start clicking it.
Usually those type of bets, like time wise, it would be like over 25 minutes or under 25 minutes, and you would just like pick a side.
Got it. Here, look, I'm trying to make some money at this wedding. You know what I mean? So I think we should all make a big pile, like a big bet, right? And make the pot like maybe 50,000. 50,000, and see who wins the 50,000. Don't we love a lottery?
Zane objects in the middle of it just to like buy time. He's like,
I think gambling is illegal though in the state of Alabama. Yeah, you can't play the lottery in Alabama. They don't have a lottery.
Really?
Yeah, they don't because of God.
God doesn't like. Is it a sin?
I think so. I think
Sinful.
gambling's a sin. I
Greed.
think for sure.
Greed can be fun sometimes.
greed is a sin.
It is. Greed is nasty.
I have some fun facts, guys. You want to hear them?
Sure.
I just stole these from a TikTok, but I think they were so interesting. Okay, so those types of like beanies that have the little ball on the top? The little
Yes.
tuft.
Yeah.
Do you know what that's for? Oh, you did.
I think I saw the exact TikTok. It was like fun facts about blah blah blah.
Yes, this is
that
what
you
I
didn't
just
know.
stole. And
Yeah.
I go, this looks interesting. I want to say it unfiltered. Share it. What is it?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? Well, the
You
tuft.
don't understand. When I retain information, it's
It's
gone.
that day and that's it.
5 seconds.
Well, you know how it's usually like sailors who like wear those types of like hats with the
Oh, now I remember.
the tuft.
Yeah.
Now do you know?
It's for bunking their head, like when they're on the boat, like
Oh,
underneath.
really?
It's a way to like soften the blow because a lot of times when like a ship's rocking and someone's working below deck, their like ceilings would hit or their head would hit the ceiling, and that little tough ball
Would
is to
save a little
soften the
cushion?
cushion. Isn't that
Interesting.
something?
that is. I did not know
Makes
that.
it cuter.
It's cute.
Another one, like pin caps, how there's a hole in the top?
Yeah.
Do you know why pins have like the little hole in the top? Like, pin cap, like a cap on a
Yeah.
pin, there's like a hole at the
Oh
top.
yeah. Hold on. Wait. I think I know.
What is it?
I take it back.
It's
take it
for in case somebody chokes on it.
There's an airway.
There's an
In the
airway.
airway.
through it.
There's an airway through it. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Do you think they started out like that, or did
I
bunch
think
of
people
something
choke
had
on
to
it?
happen.
Yeah, and they just realized this
Right.
is just a small adjustment. It wouldn't be
Wow.
anything. This one, brass. You know how like older houses had like brass doorknobs and stuff? That is because they were so popular because they killed bacteria. Brass doorknobs did. But I don't know why we don't bring back brass doorknobs. But I guess you got to like polish brass and keep it.
Interesting.
But yeah, they kill
Yeah,
bacteria.
brass doorknobs were a hit back then, huh?
I love brass accents. Like, look at our kitchen.
It is. Yeah, no,
love it.
I still like it. And I feel like we do see it in like newer homes.
I want
Like the brass coming back.
I want to go back to the brass like light switch plates.
Yes.
I love that look.
Wait, the
Like the light switches used to be brass. Like the plate.
Oh
instead
yeah.
of being the white on the wall?
you know what I wish it was? You know like the buttons, like the
Yes, like
Look.
Did you ever have like a fun light plate like in your kid bathroom or anything? Like ours was like
What,
a
like
lighthouse
seashells or
kind-
something?
Yeah. or,
Oh,
like you-
it's like a nightlight.
Yeah, but it's that plate. Sometimes they'll put on like.
Oh yeah. My grandma had one. It was a Christmas one, but like she just kept it all year long, all year round.
Another one that I had was that margins on paper. The reason why we have like margins,
Yeah.
like on the sides and stuff, it's because rats ate like a lot of the edges of papers
So
and
it would
stuff.
buy you some extra space.
Some extra space because rats were such a big deal. So if you had a full map that bled all the way to the end, the rats would just eat all around it. So they were like, let's just create this safer space around in case the rats do eat it. We
doesn't
still
cut
have
into it.
So the margins exist because of rats. And then
Wow.
that's always been like a standard thing that we have now because of the rats.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our next sponsor of this podcast, BetterHelp.
Heath, do you ever feel like your brain is just getting in its own way?
All the time.
Like you know what you should do, what's good for you, but you just can't do it. Mm-hmm. And that's why, Heath, you should try therapy. Therapy helps you figure out what's holding you back so you can work for yourself instead of against yourself.
And BetterHelp is completely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule.
And all you got to do on BetterHelp is just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge.
And what's great about BetterHelp is you can do it from the comfort of your own home. You don't have to drive anywhere, spend any gas money. You could do texts, phone calls, video calls, whatever you feel comfortable with.
And it's good to just get the unbiased opinion from someone who's an actual professional. You don't have to talk to your friends, your family members, your girlfriend or boyfriend. You're talking to somebody that like can give you actually good advice.
So if you're ready to make your brain your friend, all you got to do is go to BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Zane and Heath, and you're going to get 10% off your first month.
That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Zane and Heath.
Thank you so much, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this podcast. We love you.
Did you hear about that guy that he was like renovating his kitchen, right? So he needed to transfer money from one bank to his Bank of America account so he can pay the guy who was renovating his kitchen.
Okay.
When he switched over the $30,000 to his Bank of America account, all of a sudden the money was just gone. He goes to Bank of America. Bank of America just shut down the day before.
What?
So when he went to Bank of America and asked them to make that switch, he was there and then he left and they made that switch. He comes back, Bank of America shut down.
That location?
That location. He goes to another Bank of America, that location shut down. And when he calls them, they go, because you made the transfer at this location, there's nothing we can do about it.
No.
What?
The money's gone?
The money's
There's
gone.
no way. There's got to be a way.
There was a whole thing. Like they literally said, like we're sorry. There's nothing we can do about it. $30,000 just gone.
Did they give warnings
And
like
I
in
think
advance?
isn't there like some sort of law where it's like if a certain branch goes like bankrupt, if when you put money in there, it like how does that work?
I don't know, but that's crazy. They didn't give him a heads up like, hey, we're closing tomorrow. You probably
No, they took that right in. Didn't give him any heads
But
up.
that's weird that like I feel like your money shouldn't be tied to a specific branch. It should just be with Bank of America.
Correct.
And if it was a deposit into a bank, like if you had Bank of America, your app would show a deposit of that.
But this is a crazy story because people are going to see this and they're going to immediately just pull out their money. Like this is such a scary, if they see a bank could just do that.
Yeah, that's insane.
How can you like have trust in your trust in any bank out there if this is like allowed?
So he's still trying to fight for his money right
Yeah.
now.
Well,
Well, this happened in 2022.
They keep bringing him on every year to Good Morning America. I still haven't gotten my money back.
Where's my money? Where is my money? Damn, I wonder if there would be an update.
Never sees it again.
Oh, I was going to bring this up while we were talking about weddings, but
What?
there was this girl, Kat. It was just like a TikTok. She's not a TikToker, but it was just like one that she posted and went viral. But she was talking about a situation where, she was like crying and being really emotional. And she was talking about how a year and a half ago, her and her like longtime ex broke it off. And then he ended up dating her sister. And then got married and everything. And it was a whole thing. And that caused a big divide between the family. And, they hated each other. And then the parents were like, yeah, okay, well, obviously we're on her side. Like whenever there's family functions, you're invited and we'll make sure that like they're not there. And they were constantly on her side. And then today, a year and a half later, they were just like, we're over this feud. You're just going to have to get over it. Now they're going to be at every family function. You're just going to have to deal with it. So now this girl is just like breaking down, like
How many
my
years
relationship with my family and everybody around me is over because like, how do they expect me to let this go? Which is like crazy. How do you expect your daughter to let this go?
How long were they together?
It was a long time. I remember watching. I was just like,
but how
"Jeez."
many years have passed now?
A year and a half.
Oh yeah, that ain't
a year
enough
and a
time.
Wow.
Hopefully though, like it sucks, and she has every right to be pissed, and she also has every right to set her boundaries.
Yeah.
To as long as she wants to extend it to. But then there's a part of me where it's like, hopefully she can work herself like through therapy and trying to frame her mind right
For herself,
for herself and just for the function of a family. Because parents, they don't got enough time left. They would like to spend time with their family. That's the shit that's so
what
frustrated.
sucks though, is that like,
but a year and a half is still way too soon to be like, you have to deal with it.
but it is crazy that like her sister just put her in that situation. Like there is about 150
Pick somebody
million people.
else. Pick somebody else.
150 other men in this world.
It's like the whole Courtney and Travis thing. Travis was obsessed with Kim.
Oh, really?
Like,
I
he wrote about
just found
her
that. I
and
just found that out.
He wrote about her in like his journal book, whatever he had, like in love with Kim.
Who wrote it?
Travis.
Oh, you think he wrote that?
Well, I mean, Ghost. I mean, that's how they are.
Oh, Travis Barker.
Travis Barker. Yeah.
Is there another Travis up in the mix?
Travis Scott.
Travis
right?
Scott. That's Kylie's.
Wait, then who was the other guy?
Travis Kelce. That's Tiffany Swift.
I thought there was another. Who kissed
Tyga?
Tristan?
Tristan.
Tristan Thompson.
Yeah,
That's
with
Chloe.
Too many T's up in the Kardashian
Yeah, right?
Somebody did a whole tree of the Kardashians and who dated who, and it was like,
Okay, now what about this? When like maybe a situation where a couple's been married for like, for forever, but suddenly the wife dies when she's like 65 years old, and then the guy then marries like the sister. Is that still frowned upon?
that's so weird.
It's
That is
just
very
weird. Yeah, I mean, it's
But I feel like I've seen that
if-
sometimes, like not in my own life.
At 65, I would just be like, all right, you don't need somebody.
but yeah.
and if you do, there's many ways as a 65-year-old. I feel like that you can find somebody else. That you don't have to go to the sister.
But something weird about the fact that like if you were close, like that sister has been there like your whole life. You're close with them. She's grieving. You're grieving. It's I don't know. I feel like there's like some sort of weird psychology when it
they
comes
make
to
movies
that.
about it.
Where I don't know.
Going back to the whole them dying at 65 and then going and the guy going with their sister, I would not only would I feel guilty, but I couldn't, because just in case I see my boo thing after I die.
she's in heaven looking down
right
like,
now. Like, what if when I die and then my boo thing's waiting for me, and now I'm cucked up with her sister?
Oh, right.
The shit is not going to be good in heaven, and everyone up there is going to be looking down like, he's
she's in
in
there
a big for a storm when he comes.
Shame.
It like so how was
Not
it?
worth it.
So how was it after I left? Oh, you didn't do it? Oh. Because I could see everything.
They're just saying grace, like, and that she's looking down on. We miss her a lot.
Oh, just out there, just like, oh, girl, don't look down.
Yeah. You don't need to look at that.
Imagine that's how easy it is. They could just like go, like people that are dead can
Maybe
just
you
like
don't need-
at
you
a
don't need to
moment's
see
notice
this.
just be like at any time they want. Oh, the invasion of privacy. You think God would do that to us? Have people that are like passed away be able to see us at any point that they want? I feel like there's got to be some like wait list, right? Or something, right?
Like
something
you get
where
viewing
you got a book,
privilege.
and then God has to approve. He has to approve when it's okay to look. Where he's just like, "Ooh, he's jerking."
All right, look quick.
Wait a second, Barb. We're gonna have to wait. Your grandson is jerking his meat. Ooh, let's give it another 10 minutes. But there's got like, what's going on? I want to know.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our next sponsor of this podcast, ShipStation.
Ooh, it's the calm before the holiday storm, but you can prepare your e-commerce business for the holiday rush now just by using ShipStation.
And whether you're shipping from your house or a warehouse, ShipStation can help increase your profitability.
Save time automating your shipping and returns in the ShipStation dashboard and keep costs down with industry-leading carrier discounts while your holiday orders roll in.
And with ShipStation, you can easily automate shipping tasks and manage orders in one simple dashboard. You can also quickly and easily update crucial order information and reduce errors.
And you get effortless integration wherever you sell online, including Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Shopify, and more.
And you can manage all those orders, print labels, compare rates, optimize every shipment, and automate delivery notifications.
And you can simplify and automate your shipping no matter how big your business grows.
Everybody loves saving money. With ShipStation, you're going to get discounts of up to 84% off of USPS and UPS rates.
And what's so good about this is that over 130,000 companies have grown their e-commerce businesses with ShipStation, and 98% of companies that stick with ShipStation for a year become customers for life. Like Mariah.
So if you're ready to set your business up for holiday success with ShipStation, all you got to do is go to ShipStation.com and use code UNFILTERED today and sign up for your free 60-day trial.
Again, that's ShipStation.com, and don't forget to use our code UNFILTERED.
Thank you so much, ShipStation, for sponsoring this podcast. We love you.
What's this thing about Chipotle, Applebee's, TGI Fridays? Or
This was another interesting thing that I saw. It's crazy how we're at a time now where, you know how we have like cheap fast food restaurants like, McDonald's, Carl's Jr., we have Jack in the Box, we have all these places where it's like affordable and you can go through drive-throughs, it's easy and you're getting like what you pay for kind of, it's kind of a little up, but like still. And then we have, fancy restaurants that are expensive, but like you're getting good quality stuff and it's like a whole, like a vibe. You sit down with your friends, you get a wine, all that makes sense. But these like middle ground restaurants now, like Chili's and Applebee's, people are not like fucking with them anymore because they're so expensive. You're not getting what you pay for. Like when you go to like at Applebee's, you're spending like a good $70 on maybe like a 2-person meal.
Right.
And you're just not getting that
It used to be
quality.
2 for $20.
Yeah.
Now it's like 2 for $30.
It used to be on that like cheaper side where it didn't feel like you were paying
it was
an arm
a
and a leg.
cheaper sit-down restaurant.
Exactly,
It was a cheaper
but
chain.
It's not really like that anymore. It's just like the last time I feel like I went to like an Olive Garden. I remember like going to Olive Garden. I was like, damn, this is really expensive for this like really mediocre pasta that you can make a lot better. Like it just just boiling pasta just comes out 10 times better. That was just like really interesting to me that like I feel like it's just not a thing, or like it is a thing, but like people, it's harder for people to to do that when you could just go to an expensive restaurant and actually get
Or like
the
go to a
value
restaurant
of-
that's like a more homemade kind of like mom and pop restaurant that's quality.
Like you want
Yeah.
to walk into a restaurant and the grandmother is the host.
yeah.
yeah, there's something
Those
about
are the
it.
Best.
Like where they remember you. It's like, good to see you.
Yeah, nobody's in uniform.
Yeah.
I love places like that.
Oh, like Plantation Diner.
And they just take care of you. Like they're like, "Do you want more?" Like it's on me.
You know what my favorite thing is for like diners when you go in and they don't have matching coffee cups?
Yes.
It's like Napa Auto Parts.
I
It's
love
like one of the
that.
I love it.
And you got to do it like a little extra like wipe on like the rim.
There's
you know?
still
there's
lipstick on it
There's
from
still
like
a little
some
bit.
old lady.
And you know what? You don't care because it's the
Yeah.
neighborhood diner. Just wipe it off. It's fine.
You like
Character.
It's family.
It's okay when
Yeah.
you go to or normally you'd be like
Like you see that shit at Mastro's?
Yeah.
Because you're paying a lot, but you go to a diner like that, it's cheap. You're
It's
like, you know,
cute.
I got
It's
it.
cute.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. It's an experience.
Do you think it's ranked by those that? Do you think it's Chili's, TGI Fridays, Applebee's? Is that how you would
TGI
rank
Fridays
it?
used
Oh,
to-
TGI.
But
TGI
TGI Fridays
Fridays is
actually
bad now.
Oh, is it?
It used to be amazing when I used to go. Anytime I've gone like recently, I haven't enjoyed it.
You know what? You know what? Just like what
Could
just
be
hit me.
location that I went
Yeah.
to also.
You know, like Lazy Dog, right? That's what
Worth
like TGI Fridays and Applebee's used to be.
Yeah.
You go in, it's like
cheap.
it's like cheap and it's good food and like it's still like between expensive and fast food. But now places like Lazy Dog are taking that spot now, while these other places are like kind of.
And they have higher quality food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's still cheap, but the quality is amazing.
But you know what? If Lazy Dog gets bigger, I can't wait when we're like 65,
When we see the
70.
quality drop?
Yeah, Lazy Dog just becomes like a
Yeah.
TGI
Stop.
Fridays. That'd be crazy.
They would never.
No, but like it'd be
would
crazy
never.
just like knowing that like we were there when it was like really good.
Yeah.
I would do anything to go back in time and try like all of the original burgers or like any like chicken tenders from
Ooh, like Burger
fast
King.
food, like
Yes.
an original one from when they first started before they became like a
Like
franchise.
the first In-N-Out burger.
Yes, like
Yeah.
And what it
Wow.
is now.
where it was the owner that had the vision and was like, "This is my recipe. This is my burger. This is how it's made." Like
You
just-
know it was better then.
I wanted like
And
It
I
tastes
wanna-
because it was like it was like home cooked in a way, in a sense. Like
And it wasn't
Yeah.
as popular, so they didn't have to just like, it wasn't like quality, it was, or quantity, it
Quantity.
was quality.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I want to know.
Probably like yeah. It wasn't like,
Like I want to go back and try Chipotle when I first had it. Like,
I remember it like it was yesterday. The first time I had it
every
was
time-
in London, right? It came out in London, and my God, it was
different.
When we were eating this, I was like, "This is gonna be so big," because it was like the best bowl of just.
has it changed? It has
Yes.
changed.
Yes.
Just
Oh
the
my God.
quality of
It
it.
is
It is
not good
the
now.
portion-
I
It
just
is-
feel like I've had it so much. I
I
know what it
remember
is
it's
every
changed.
time.
When we
Burritos
first-
used to be bigger. The bowls,
Yes.
you got the like,
when we first got it in Florida, I remember their burrito was $6.25, and they couldn't even wrap it. It was so big.
Yeah.
And all of us were like, "This is unbelievable."
I would go every day.
Yes,
Every single day.
was the hot
I'd be
spot.
there. Yeah.
Another, like I feel like another place that I can think of, Panera Bread. I remember that was like
That was high
that was close
end.
there. That was like, dang, this is like good.
Panera was
This
really
is good
nice.
stuff. Have you been to Panera Bread lately?
No.
My God, it's
I don't
just,
trust it. Or it's like
just-
a Starbucks now. People will go to Panera Bread just to like
Work.
hang out, right? Don't they have like
Wait, hold on, no, I think you're talking about the one on Ventura. Yes, people.
Well, I don't know. Every time I've gone into Panera, I've been like, these people have been here all day.
Wait, yes, people go there to work. Yes, like they'll bring
Because
their
they
laptops.
have like a membership kind of thing where
Yeah.
you earn points a lot. Like it
Really?
it's this gamification of the entire like experience. People eat.
Remember that dessert though at Panera? We'd get it. all the
Yes.
time. What was it?
I didn't even know they had dessert.
Oh my God, they'd have pastries there. Was it the brownie or the cookie?
They had like a muffin.
It was the
It was
muffin.
like a chocolate muffin that was unbelievable.
It was like we'd go there just for the muffin.
yeah.
The bread bowls.
God, we were-
The bread bowls.
They used to be bigger.
They used to be soft.
Yeah.
We were large and in charge. We took over that Panera. I remember the one on Davie.
Yeah.
When's the last time you guys heard of what's that Cinnabon?
Cinnabon.
Is that place
hits.
still hits?
Still amazing.
still
Oh,
hits.
really? Okay.
It's
it doesn't
disgusting.
taste like processed or anything like that. You know how like
it tastes exactly the same since I was a
It's
kid.
like a Wetzel pretzel, like still the same.
Yeah.
It's
So
just,
good.
yeah, they
Okay.
bank off that aroma. It's all just like, no
Yes.
one's
Yes.
ever going to the mall thinking you're going to get a Cinnabon.
Yeah, but in the
no
back of your
one's
head,
ever-
you know you want it.
when you smell that shit, you're like, you know what? I think
Yeah, if
I deserve a treat.
If I have to go to the mall for something, that's my last resort. I'm like, but I really don't want Wetzel pretzel. Like, I just know the second I step foot in there, I have to
the
grab
way,
it.
it's
like crack.
The conversations they're probably having about Wetzel Pretzel, like knowing that they got that market of the smell in a mall. It's like the
Yeah.
fact that they were able to execute that, and that's all you smell in any
Are
mall.
you guys Wetzel over Auntie Anne's?
Oh wait,
To me in my brain, same
Same
shit.
thing,
It is-
yeah.
Same shit. There is no
same company. It has to be the same company.
But Annie Ann's, I always feel like it's more of a real good like shop. Wetzel's sometimes if
It's more island.
if
as
it's
opposed
like
to-
a kiosk, if you're out in the middle,
Yeah,
get
yeah.
the fuck away from me. Like if I can see like the lemonade shit churning out in the open air, it's not up to code to me. But
yeah, no,
Wetzel-
those kiosks do a little scare me. It's like, where's the? Like,
it's just out in
you
the
need to be at a
open.
wall. Yeah.
Close the kitchen off.
Have you ever had like the pizza pretzel?
Yes,
with
oh
the
my
pepperoni
God.
That's the
and
one I get all the time.
The
the
pepperonis
pepperoni?
on a pretzel.
The pepperoni bites, and
the bites are good.
The almond pretzel.
Okay, almond pretzel with their icing dip.
You love
Wait,
sweets.
an almond pretzel.
They
There's
have an
almonds?
almond pretzel. It's like shaved almonds on top, and it's kind of sweet, but it's like a healthier than like their cinnamon sugar one.
I see Heath in the.
I'm never.
I'm growing as I talk.
But the thing is, I'm really never craving a pretzel.
I love
the smell. The
pretzels.
smell makes me just like bite my lip a little bit, but I will never like buy one of those again.
Yeah, I usually get them like if I'm at a ball game and the line for the regular food is like way too expensive, and I'm like,
used
I'm just
to-
gonna get a
God, that branding
pretzel.
is-
I used to come home and have a pretzel like every single day with my brother.
Wait,
like
me
a
too. The
ballpark?
microwavable
The
ones.
I
Yeah,
did
me
them in the
too.
oven.
After school.
It's like a black box.
You had
Yes.
you had big ass pretzels at home.
Yeah.
And it came with the
Yes.
chunky salt that you would sprinkle on top.
My sister actually, but the first time we used to do it after school every single day. And the first time my sister did it by herself, you're supposed to put it in for 33
I think-
minutes.
Yeah.
30
I
30
always-
minutes, and she put like 30 minutes, and it set on fire. Yes, that
No.
box. Super
I've
pretzels.
never seen that in
I've
my
never
life.
seen that.
No way.
I think if I go in my parents' freezer right now,
Why
they'll
is they
have a
make?
box.
Why do they
was
make
good.
it black? Why would you make like the packaging black?
I remember it. That is ingrained in my brain.
And it came with a packet of salt,
Mm-hmm.
like rock salt.
you would wet it.
Yeah,
you would
you would
wet it,
wet
and then
it.
you would sprinkle the salt.
Do they
on
give
it.
you a little cheese sauce or anything?
No.
No.
You just got to figure that out on your own.
It
Yeah.
was just so good. It was so
Matt,
soft.
you know they made it black because they're like nobody else has black boxes.
Yeah.
I guess it's just like they want to be
mean-
like a midnight snack kind of a thing.
In the oven though is the way to go.
I never did it in the oven. It was always
It
in my
came-
Oh,
It
that's
came
why it's
out
black
real.
because inside an oven is black.
Yes,
There you
I
go.
think it's, I think
this guy's amazing.
The look. When
But
you're
any-
looking at a pretzel in an oven, everything is dark. It's black. I think maybe.
Oh, I guess so. I guess so.
I didn't know they were called Super Pretzel. It does look like a superhero, like the box, like that font.
God, I
colors.
wish,
Like comic.
I wish
Yeah,
pretzels
very
were like
comic.
really healthy. They hit. I feel like I'm eating healthy when I eat a
they're
pretzel.
not that
This
bad.
guy out here is eating.
Aren't pretzels covered in a chemical that is like you can't eat by itself, but when you
all pretzels. What kind of like?
like that's what gives it its golden color. Like there's I forget what the chemical is. I don't know. You like paint it on, and that's why it gets that like that sheen.
It's like a
Oh, are you talking about like pretzel chips, like the like
no,
the
like
pretzel sticks?
real pretzels, like that. Like it's a chemical that you put on it. That's why it turns that color. But it's toxic to just eat that alone.
Chemically delicious. I haven't had pretzel chips in a long time. Like just pretzels, like regular pretzel, little crunchy pretzels.
I tried to smoke.
Sodium hydroxide is essentially the same stuff that's used to make soap and clean drains. It can even dissolve glass. But it's also what makes a pretzel taste
Can it dissolve
good.
that?
Owner of the yeah, so basically you paint that onto the dough and it like has a reaction with the bread and it gives it that like crisp and that hard.
Tastes great though.
It does.
Pretzel ice cream.
I put pretzels in my ice cream. You crush them up.
I tried to smoke a pretzel one time when I was a
Me
kid.
too.
You know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
the pretzel sticks, and you're just like, let's fucking light this shit
up.
You could hit it. You would hit it.
You know, I tried smoking a Pizza Hut breadstick. That works.
Why do I feel like I was there with you when you did
Probably.
Did you hollow it out?
No, I just just straight like I just kept on. I just
burning-
kept on, yeah, I
that?
just
You
kept,
could technically smoke anything.
oh my god, and it was like hitting too.
That's a good high episode. Like, what can we smoke?
What things can we use to smoke weed out of?
Yeah.
Yeah, we would like smoke tea sometimes, like cut open a tea packet and then like roll tea.
Really?
Inside, like with the weed.
Yeah, like no, not with the weed, but like
Just tea leaves?
dude, we were bored, man. Yeah, we like
Oh, you just roll it for fun?
just roll it for fun to think that you could smoke it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that shit was probably so bitter. Imagine smoking tea.
But those
leaves.
are what stage cigarettes though are like on like Mad Men and stuff, because you legally cannot be smoking like a real cigarette on set.
Oh,
So
really?
you have to smoke like their tea leaf cigarettes.
Interesting.
So it's like some weird loophole. They smell like fucking turtle food, but
Why, that's so interesting. Why legally they can't?
because of all like the additives and like tar, that's like
No, I know like what's in cigarettes, but like I.
Probably because people don't want to be around it. Like secondhand smoke, you can't smoke indoors.
Oh yeah,
anywhere.
that's like
Yeah.
okay, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
so yeah, that's what they usually smoke on like stages and stuff. But they taste like shit.
No tobacco, no
No
nicotine. I mean, it's a great thing to move to if you're trying to quit.
Yeah.
Remember in Japan when we bought those cigarettes? What was it?
It was matcha.
Matcha
We thought it
cigarettes.
was because the packaging was matcha cigarettes, and we're like, that's kind of cool.
And it was just
It was just matcha.
It was sleeves of matcha, like the little
Oh,
tear
right,
packages, but
yeah.
it was in the shape of a cigarette, and that was just the branding. We were disappointed.
We were pissed.
Yeah.
They were
Because
expensive.
it was expensive because we really wanted to try a matcha cigarette. It seems like it's
That
very
sounds
doable.
nice.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our next sponsor of this podcast, SeatGeek.
Todd and I actually went to Rose Bowl a couple weeks ago. We went to see Coldplay, and it was one of the best shows we've ever been to. And it made it even better because we used SeatGeek to get the cheapest tickets we can get.
Well, it's no wonder, baby, because they're the #1 rated ticketing app with over 28 million downloads.
Right now, there are more than 70,000 events every single day on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, and much, much more.
And with artists like Drake, the Jonas Brothers, Post Malone, and the 1975 all on tour right now, you're not going to want to miss it.
Actually, Todd just went to the 1975 show a few days ago.
I saw
I'm
that.
so upset I didn't go. I don't want to talk about it.
And SeatGeek is the best because they put all the tickets across the web in one place to make sure you're getting a good deal.
Each ticket is rated on a scale of 1 to 10, so look for the green dots because green means good, and guess what means bad? The red.
And every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee, and SeatGeek is the only site that lets you return your tickets ahead of the event with swaps.
Return!
And you know we came through with the code for you guys. All you got to do is use code UNFILTERED for $20 off tickets at SeatGeek.
One more time so you don't forget, that's $20 off your first purchase with promo code UNFILTERED. Make sure to click the link in the description to download the app today.
Thank you so much, SeatGeek, for sponsoring this podcast. We love you.
And we love you.
Do you remember being in school, like young, and there was the pictures that people like mocked up of Marlboro weed cigarettes, and it was like a green package, and everybody was like, "Could you imagine one day?" Like, you didn't even like smoke weed, but you were just like, "Look at this."
Oh,
It's
they
a-
did. Like, oh yeah, I remember the mock, like the funny, like
It was a Marlboro weed cigarette, and it was
Yeah.
like a green package, and I don't know why.
Then now it's everywhere.
everybody-
People
that-
would like put that on their MySpace and shit.
Yes,
yes.
yes.
That's like some Tumblr like aesthetic
and
stuff.
everybody's like, "Yo, one day."
marijuana.
And you know what? It's crazy that they have it everywhere, but why haven't they done it yet?
True. Why doesn't the cigarette company get into
There has
marijuana?
to be some sort of law.
Probably. Yeah, there definitely
They're
does.
beefing.
Or
That sucks.
Or I think they're
Imagine
trying
being a
to.
cigarette company. You can't tap into weed. Oh,
I bet it's like an entrepreneur like ship thing where they don't want a bigger company to take over the marijuana market because they want all of these new companies to like boost the economy.
Yeah.
Like they can't just have someone come in and be like, we're going to do it now and dominate it. That's probably it, I think.
But you know how many those packs of weed cigarettes they could fucking sell? It's insane. I'd buy it just to have it. I think it looks cool.
Do you guys know what? Okay, I'm kind of shifting big time, and I don't think we've ever talked about it on this podcast. Do you know what back rooms are?
I wanted to talk about that.
No,
You've neve heard of back rooms? So okay, so
I'm surprised you haven't heard of it. It's like the whole, you're talking about Matrix and like,
so backrooms, it's this kind of like weird internet culture, and it's these videos that people will make, and it's pictures of these places that look familiar, but they don't exist.
Oh yes, where you think like everyone's dreamt of this room.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they create
Like that.
So they'll make these like little
I've been there.
The pool ones freak me out. Can you go to Google Images just more like
I thought there was more to it though.
It's a universal experience that no one's actually
like it's
have
these
had.
rooms. So there's these video games now where you can like walk around in these like back rooms and stuff, but it's this strange like dream state place that
Like, doesn't it all look
Interesting.
familiar?
Yeah.
Everybody feels that way.
they'll have like a ball pit in a random room and suddenly you take a slide down and then you're going into another
Yes.
thing, but your whole
Like I know I've actually never been there, but a part of my brain is like, yeah, I know exactly what this is.
yeah.
It's very weird.
Okay.
I've been getting into like backroom stuff on TikTok, and there's been these guys who will make these like videos, like almost like a video game animated thing of them walking around it, and just this trippy stuff starts happening. But I do think it's so interesting that like, I think it's something like deep rooted in our childhood.
Yeah.
And especially us growing up in the 80s or 90s, where
They
those
take
elements
little things in our childhood and they just put it together. I think
and
that's
our
just what makes
brain
it.
like just identifies with it, because that's also the way we saw the world in a way when we were kids, because we didn't understand the depth of how things went or how far a room was, and we thought
Right.
everything was so grand in our eyes. It's this wild just I don't know how to feel about it, but sometimes I can't stop watching them.
I thought that, when you said backrooms, I thought it had to do with like something about the Matrix. I saw this all over TikTok too.
But there's
where-
also liminal spaces.
yeah,
which
where
is similar
where there's
to
people,
backrooms.
there's back rooms where people like can go into a different like dimension and then like come back. But it's like I thought that's what you're talking about, like back rooms.
Oh, I guess I know what you mean. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
You're talking about in the Matrix, you go into a back
There's like how people are able to like
be in a space where time is different than the outside,
okay,
a singularity.
Yes,
or,
for example, there's this guy on TikTok where he lives in this apartment building, right? And he noticed that there was like a pizza menu in front of everybody's doors, like in this apartment building. And then he took his in, went inside, and then for days he sees everybody's menus are still outside the door, and he's like, "That's really weird how nobody's brought theirs in." A week, two, still there. It's like, that's really strange. He goes to the other floors. Nobody has touched their menus, has like brought their menus inside. And then it got to the point where he found out that he was like the only one living in this building.
I heard about this. Yes.
And I forget how that went into this backroom Matrix.
So when people are
conversation.
walking around and it looks like the whole world is dead, it's people are probably like, this gives backroom energy.
Maybe,
Probably.
yeah, maybe. But that was such an interesting story. How, like, why is this guy living by himself in this apartment building? This entire apartment building. It's not just a few doors. It's
that
like
would
the whole thing.
freak me out.
Yeah.
If you thought that all of these people were living in a building and realizing that you were the only one, because already
That's a really good
apartments freak
plot.
me out like that sometimes, where like you picture it like a dollhouse and then you realize there are so many people on top of me, so many people below me, and everyone's in these little like rooms. That weirds me out. But then
Like if you
realizing
were to
all
zoom
of
out and
that's
have like an X-ray, like 3D of all the rooms stacked on top of each other everywhere, and you could like see in through walls and like all the little families together in little cubbies.
yeah.
That is a very weird thought.
I always would think about that, and all the poop going through the pipes. Like it's just
see everything.
Oh yeah.
What was the other one you were talking about?
Liminal spaces. So liminal
spaces.
spaces are kind of similar to backrooms. Backrooms, I think, are more inspired by the video game. And those are people who digitally create these like fake spaces. Liminal
liminal?
spaces are places that you're like, I've been there, and usually
That's
it is
what
a
I
real
wanted.
image, but you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I guess it is.
Oh, it's the same thing.
That pink
Like-
checkered floor.
Yes, right there. Look, go to the top.
That.
Yeah, I've seen that.
yeah, like
I've been
abandoned
there.
malls.
Oh yeah, that's a mall. Yeah, they had those in the malls.
Yeah.
The big gum machine.
Oh, Mariah saw a coffee table book. I was debating
Of
on-
these?
No, it was
would
called
be
it was
cool.
abandoned movie theaters.
Oh, awesome.
I picked it up and I was like, this is so cool. Like,
There was these people, I don't know if they bought the building, if they were just doing construction on it or something, but they like pulled up the floor and they went down and it was a whole theater underground.
Oh, cool.
It was unbelievable. An entire abandoned theater picture us doing construction in this house. We rip up this floor and it's a theater underneath.
That would
Crazy.
freak me out.
It was the mud flood, covered it up.
What's that supposed to mean?
There was like a flood, and then people There's still like part of the building underneath that people like forgot about and then kept going up. Did you tell Matt we saw the oldest bookstore in the United States?
Yeah, I think I texted him because I was like, I forgot it was here. It's in Bethlehem.
Oh,
Oldest
yes, you did
bookstore.
text me about that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Moravian bookstore in Bethlehem.
Wow.
And then also the oldest drive-in movie theater.
Oh yeah, Shankweiler's Drive-In. Yes,
how cool
my
would it
gosh.
be though if I wish though, like I love carpet from like old roller skating rinks,
That's neon.
game rooms. Bring that back. Wouldn't that be so cool? Like maybe it'd be too hard on our eyes, but like our
we
set
wanna
was like
do it.
that at the bottom
We
of
wanted
it.
like an old Vegas casino rug. Like we want that in our future
Yes.
basement.
Oh,
like it's just a
yeah.
fun basement print or like a movie theater
Put like,
print.
put like
Zane, we
put
should do
cigarette
that for our
candles, like
spray.
cigarette scented candles.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, Zane, I want to change our set. I want the. I
Oh,
want
look
that
up
roller rink
90s
floor.
Movie theater.
her 90s
Arcade.
arcade
Though,
It
carpet.
could be really
90s
hard on the eyes,
90s arcade carpet.
right?
No.
But you won't really see. You won't even really see the floor though. So we could if you wanted to.
I want it.
you just won't be able to see it on camera
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
so
it was
cool.
it just had so much life to it.
It did.
That's
God.
also why casinos will make, very
Matt-
distracting carpets because it keeps your attention focused
Same
on
thing
the
with the
tables.
bus seats. All bus seats used to be like that type of print, like
Yeah.
that floor.
It had to be to cover how dirty
Cover
it
stains.
was.
Also, checkered floors, I learned that they put those out in like malls, usually with the squares, is because when people are walking on them, people tend to walk faster on it because like your brain thinks like you don't feel totally safe and secure on it. So you're like,
Oh, I get
I
that.
gotta be moving towards my next spot because if it was all the same, you'd be like, I'm in no hurry.
That makes sense.
that is really sorry.
Did you see? Well, you know about the new space mission for 2025.
No, I actually
We're
don't.
supposed to be going back to the moon.
Hell yeah.
Is Prada sponsoring?
It's Prada.
first time
it's
we're
Prada x NASA designing the suit.
They're gonna do. Wait, are they doing a fashion
runway
show?
on the moon.
Prada is making
A
the new
moonwalk.
space. Isn't that insane?
We don't know what the suits are going to look like though yet, right?
I think they're currently working
Like
on it.
high-end suit.
Why would they?
Designer.
Wait, and
It's Dixie D'Amelio in it, like modeling.
imagine those contracts. Like the amount, those contracts are going to be at least 150 pages long.
I want to know who came to who.
Why? Yeah. Wait. Why is Prada?
Why-
And not to be all like
Yeah,
pro-American.
Prada-
Shouldn't it be Ralph Lauren or something?
They
That's like,
shouldn't
what's
be
American?
getting. Why just? It should be a spacesuit that keeps them alive. No, who
Yeah,
gives
this
a
isn't
shit
a
what it
fashion
looks like?
show. This is
Well,
like
I bet they're collabing.
I would like to see, and I think it'd fit way better. Give me just like a spacesuit with a Nike check, and it's like just do it. Like
Or Red Bull.
That makes sense.
It has
Red
to,
Bull.
It has to be like something athletic. Absolutely. Accelerator.
what is-
that?
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Paint the rocket ship like an accelerator can.
like a
Boom. Blast off, baby.
Why? Yeah, no, you're right. Like, and I get it. The whole high end. Yes, it's like it's very like, but like it should be something athletic because who's going to the moon? Not models. They're not going to the moon.
This
We
sounds like
athletes
a
are going to the
it
moon.
sounds like a skit. Like it
It
sounds like
sounds-
it's like a spoof. Like they're making fun of it.
Yeah.
That's so bizarre.
But hopefully they are kind of like sleek looking. I always think the best spacesuits were in like Interstellar. Like in Interstellar, their suits weren't like your
It looks
typical like white 90s looking ones, but they were like kind of like slim.
Wait, I'm sorry. I want to bring this back around.
Yeah.
Look, I get like, okay, not. What is NASA's job? What's their main job? It's probably to like
Space exploration
to
and
space
satellites.
exploration. I feel like it comes with like a lot of like responsibility, and why are they? Why
was it
do they
even a
have to
thing?
incorporate that with like fashion?
Well, I think they're probably trying to get just like additional funding as well because it's like a government money that's being spent on it. So yeah, I think open it up to brands to help sponsor and get us to the damn moon. Like
But yeah, Red Bull would have made so much more sense.
Yeah.
Ralph Lauren. Well, Red Bull can't make outfits. Like, okay, sure. If we're gonna open it up to like brand
it
sponsoring,
doesn't
put
have
on
to be
patches.
about the outfit. You could just have it say Red Bull, and they could still fund it as long as the suit says
Yeah,
Red
well,
Bull.
yo, they
it's
should-
like race car drivers.
Yeah, they should treat it like a race car, like the
Yeah.
rocket going
Oh,
up.
the rocket should have stickers all
That,
over.
like, that
Wonder
makes
Bread all over it.
sense.
I wanna see-
Eminem.
Yes. I want to see that.
Yeah, why don't they just do that? Treat the rocket like a race car.
I mean, yeah, this rocket is going to look insane. Billion, bazillion, dollar diamonds rocket, but it's probably going to explode halfway through.
Yeah, but
because it's made out of.
Oh
NASA
no! Is that what?
If NASA came to a bunch of brands and said like, "Hey, do you guys want a spot on the rocket?" Everyone would be like, "Hell yeah!" Like that's cool to have that shot of like your brand.
No, I don't think these are like the ones they're doing in space.
No, this is like probably a space-inspired fashion show.
Exactly, but like I want to see that. I want to see the spacesuits that they're thinking because there's just no way.
Why don't you collab with Kendall Jenner? She has that toothpaste brand.
Oh yeah, Moon. Get that toothpaste off.
She's got money.
How long are they going to be up there at the moon? They got to set something up. It would be kind of dope to be able to look at the moon and see like that we've conquered it. Like just to be able to like see like a dome on the moon. Even though would people get pissed at
like you mean like a runway fashion show like under a dome?
Just if we go to the moon. I'm
You're saying,
so
like,
split
put up, like,
on
a tent,
this.
like something.
Put up a tent or like set up, one of those little concrete dome things, or I don't know how they can pull it off. But then again, would it be weird? You forever look at the moon, and the moon does look different, and it shows that like humans have now conquered the moon. That we could, I don't know if you'd be able to see it from space. You know what I'm saying?
No. Like
if they go big enough to build something, like that, maybe we could see from space. Or that's gonna be such a controversy the day, like where. When we do build something on the moon to the point where you can start seeing it. Yeah.
Interesting. It just I'm looking at the runway, right? You know how they have people sitting, but just imagine everybody in
they're floating,
just floating in spacesuits. They have to be like anchored down by like a chain to the ground, and they're just watching as people are floating down the run. That's gonna be crazy. Oh, I can't wait to see the TikToks.
Well, then, if they make it to the moon, then doesn't this kind of confirm that we did go to the moon?
Sure.
When people question why aren't we going back, they're like, we lost the technology, we can't.
We lost the
Did
technology,
they find it?
and now they're saying you can't leave.
That's why I'm all for them doing this because I want to see what they do. I want to see how it's done.
The next Fendi video. It's
Rihanna's newest.
Yeah.
I feel like she can definitely afford to throw that show on the moon.
A lot of people can.
We should go
to the
moon.
Launch. No, we should go to the launch.
Where is
Cape
it?
Canaveral?
Probably, but how cool would that be to go see like
I've always wanted
you
to
saw
see.
it.
Yeah, I've always wanted to like get a lawn chair and sit out and pack a cooler. And
I'd be like, dude, that'd be really like exhilarating too. Just watching just like a rocket that close and going up into
I would
space
love that. That's cool.
Let's do it.
2025?
2025 is what it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have to like buy tickets to see that?
Yeah, that's what I'm so curious.
You have to buy tickets to see.
No, you can like just stand off in the
distance. Like that. I think that's cool. Like to like be able to see it that close.
How come they never show like it landing or like not landing, like coming back?
Because it goes in the ocean.
It's.
Where do the people go?
They're still in it. It's just like.
How do the people get back?
Because when it goes up into the rocket, it like detaches. All that stuff detaches, and then it turns into the lunar craft that lands, and then that goes back out into orbit.
Why don't we ever see the videos of it like coming down though? Like, or is it just not in
the old space one? It's like that's the top of the rocket, correct?
Yes, looking at that thing that came back from the moon supposedly is absolutely probably one of the.
How do they land back perfectly? How do you steer that thing?
Engineering.
It ain't rocket science.
Did you guys even sneak in your words?
No.
Oh, I forgot we were playing. I genuinely forgot we were playing. Did I say it? Let's see.
I forgot also.
I just remembered that.
I know you got it in when you're doing your little fun fact.
No, mine, dude. Mine's impossible. Jordan, I am a little livid about the word you gave me.
Oh well, you should have seen what you gave me. You want to see the words you gave me?
Platypus.
Reveal them.
You didn't get any.
The first one was really easy. I forgot we were playing.
Oh wait, was mine supposed to be 3 words?
No, you got 2.
Oh, I read it as one whole thing. I said him? No, I didn't.
My first one is really easy. I was definitely gonna get this one, and I just forgot. My words were pyramid, easy. I could have easily came up with something. The second word is just baboony. Baboonery.
What's that?
Who fucking knows? It was a word he came up with. Made up word. The way I was gonna say that one was Deanie baboonery.
Oh, that was good.
Mine was Matt. Oh, Matt. That's. I guess you wrote my name. Oh, it's supposed to be 2. Okay. I read this as Matt Hulabaloo Kerfuffle. And I thought I had to say it like Matt Hulabaloo Kerfuffle. And I was like, this is impossible.
Oh, so that was for you, like Matt, and then your 2 words are babu
Hulabaloo.
And what's the second one?
Kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle?
Your 2 words were babu.
Hulabaloo and kerfuffle.
Jordan, can you give us a definition of these words?
It's not even fair.
Hulabaloo? What is like? Oh, is it like a do, like a riot, like something's a big hulabaloo?
Oh, those are actual words.
And a kerfuffle, they're kind of the same thing. A kerfuffle is a commotion, and what is a hulabaloo?
Honestly, Matt, you could have said kerfuffle, and it would have went right past me.
But I thought
that other one is like
Hulabaloo.
hulabaloo.
It just sounded like words that you normally say.
Yeah, I guess I would. But I read it as like Matt Hulabaloo Kerfuffle, and I was like,
I don't know
I got it. Should I
why
make my like I?
What were yours?
Not as bad as you guys is. Cosmopolitan
Oh,
Oh, that's easy.
and Atlantis.
Fuck
Didn't you
off,
say Atlantis?
Jordan. Fuck
or
you.
I was thinking Atlantis when we talk about back rooms under
Underground.
like
Why
underground shit.
didn't Heath get a baboo fucking word?
Because I'm thinking about the people that I'm writing them for and how I want it to challenge them.
Oh, so what, Heath is the best, so you just give him the easiest words? That don't make sense to me.
No, but
Atlantis should have went to me.
you got pyramid.
Yeah, pyramid was pretty easy.
It's an easy one.
Sorry, guys, we didn't get any out there.
Forgive us, spare us.
They have to rewatch the episode because they were so focused on what word.
Yeah, right.
And they're like, damn, after all that.
They actually had a party, like having people meet just to play it with us.
Oh my gosh.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for today's episode. Make sure to check out Komodo Coffee. We got bags. We've got matcha. We've got whole ground bean. We've got a whole bunch of different drinkware and a bunch of different flavors. So make sure to check it out, Komodo.com.
You can check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Zane and Heath, where we post bonus episode, high and drunk episodes. We have live Q&As. We have a private Discord, and we also post unwind videos where we keep the cameras rolling after every episode for another 15 to 30 minutes. And we just like keep the podcast going, talk shit, get hit, you know? And then we also do early access episodes and ad-free where we post them 2 days earlier without any ads.
Yep.
All for $5 a month.
Patreon.com/Zane and Heath.
Obviously, you can check out these episodes every Monday, audio form on Spotify, Pandora, Apple Podcasts, all those sorts. And then you can check out the video form of these podcasts on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Zane and Heath, where we post every Tuesdays.
All right, guys. We love you so much. Thank you for sticking with us, and we'll see you next week.
Toodaloo. See you in the news set, maybe.